Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Amon Green, Boomer Packers all-time leading rusher, and you're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Packer content. Go Pack, go!
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. You can email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. Join alongside Jacob in Wisconsin. We got Emilio in Tennessee, and we got Tim in Green Bay, Wisconsin, here to talk Packers and more specifically Chalk Talk, Week 17, Packers Vikings. We're going to break down what happened. Why did it happen? Come away with a little bit better understanding of some of the specific coverages that were called, the play calling on offense, some of the decisions that were made, in the middle of the game. I'll tell you one play we're not going to cover. We're not going to cover the field goal where we got called for offsides because we have talked about that all week long, obviously. So I think we got a good grab of where that played into the mix here. But before we dive into everything, let's give a quick shout out to the good folks over at Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. They've been Wisconsin-based since 1992, specializing in Packers tickets. They're also Wisconsin's largest ticket source with offices next to Lambeau and in Milwaukee. Click on the link in the video description that'll send you to their website, theticketking.com. You can go ahead, start shopping around for your Packers tickets. Again, we got one more home game left this year. Don't miss out on the opportunity to watch the Packers absolutely beat the crap out of the Chicago Bears, and you can get your tickets over at Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. All right, gents, we're all set for Chalk Talk here. Anybody want to hit on anything before we get started? I got a couple of highlighted chats, but anything at the forefront of your all's mind going in? If you want to say, hey, I feel like this happened, and then we can kind of see if it's true. I know there's a couple things that, in my opinion, were different from what I remember watching the game live. And once I got in breaking down the coverage, breaking down the play calls, I came away going, I see it a little different now. But anything for you guys?
Nothing different from me. I still saw Bullard and X getting cooked. That was that didn't change. Tough loss, but still feeling good about our chances in the playoffs, guys. The regular season will not matter after next Sunday.
That's exactly right. Emilio or Jacob, anything? Man?
Nothing. No. No more pre-snaps.
You're hating the penalties, ain't you, bro? Joseph in the chat says, still trying to cope with being 0-4 versus Minnesota and Detroit. I feel you, buddy. He also said, Happy New Year's, fellas. Thanks for building such a great community of the best football fans in the world, buddy. People like you, Joseph, are the people you're talking about, man. We appreciate y'all more than you know. Chris Inns said, Clayton, did you catch Patreon questions by chance? We hit them last night, so we'll probably hit them again tomorrow if you put one in there tonight, Chris. We've got a pretty full slate this evening, but we'll definitely hit on it tomorrow. So, let's dive into it, boys. We ready?
Let's go. Chalk Talk. Let's break it down.
If you guys would, keep an eye on the super chats for me. If anything comes in, pop it up on the screen as we're breaking down the tape. And if it's in the way, I'll just mention it, and then we'll hit it immediately after so we don't get too bad.
And if it's AFAM, just ignore it, right?
Exactly, sir. That's right. You know the drill here. You know how that rolls, Tim. You're a seasoned vet at this.
Now, put that name in my mouth right there.
All right, here we go. All right, first play. Let's get into it. Let me get organized here. I thought I was ready, and I got stuff laying everywhere. I told Jacob I just woke up from a nap. I got about an hour nap in. I woke up. I thought it was 2026. I was like, what happened? Where are we at? That's what's on the slate today. So, all right, here we go. First quarter, 12-16 left, 2nd and 4 play at Minnesota's 48-yard line. This is the Josh Jacobs fumble. It's kind of the play that I don't want to say it was a huge factor in the game, although it does slow down momentum, and I think it did kind of take us away from the running game quite a bit. The play call is, I'll pull up my telestrator here. We're going to go 12 ace nasty, you cheat lead 26G counter, okay? And basically what that means is you got everybody inside the number, so it's a nasty split. We're going to go U cheat lead. Which one's the U? We're going to refer to Tucker as the U here this time. You can call him Y. You can call him U, however you want to do it. Sometimes I like to focus on the wide side of the field for the Y. In this case, they're both off the line. If one was on the line, I would call him the Y. So with the U cheat lead, Tucker is going to cheat motion over, right, and be ready to seal a block here. And then when we say 26 counter, what that means is you're going to be running off tackle, okay, to the right, even numbers to the right. And then we're going to go G with the G counter means the guard on the backside is actually going to pull and look to seal over here. Okay, again, 12 ace nasty. You cheat lead 26 G counter. Feel really confident that this was the play call on the 26 because you'll see Zach Tom try to wall off this outside right here as well. Here we go. Let's roll the tape if it will roll. Let's see. We are paused for some reason. Uh-oh, boys. Did the telestrator freeze?
Uh-oh.
We getting throttled by the government right now. That's
my goodness.
It happens sometimes.
Hey, at least you can't false start when it freezes up, right?
Too many windows open, Clay.
Yeah, I got more windows open than a trailer park. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Can you see
Birds
it now?
aren't real.
I tell you, Jacob, we are how many minutes into this stream, and you've already started this.
I thought we had to kill some time, dude. I thought we had to kill some time. All right.
Hey, now you did good. You did really good. All right, here we go. So let's roll the tape. Now you're going to see there's the U cheat lead. What we mean by cheat, he's moving when the ball is snapped, so he's getting kind of that cheat motion.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, he's there to seal the edge. That allows Tom and Ben Sims to double up on the outside. Now notice our boy Elton Jenkins going to pull around, right? Help seal the edge. Notice how everybody seals it off. Jacobs does a hell of a job getting through the gap right there, right? Just a great run up to that point. And then obviously the left hand of, I think it was that Daniil Hunter that punched that out. So you're going to see a better angle of the fumble. We had a conversation about this last night. You know, some people were saying, hey, do you think it's a problem with Jacobs? Is he banged up, fumbling? It was more about the defender just getting just enough of his paw on the ball. I don't mean to rhyme. I do it all the time. But you'll notice right here, watch Daniil Hunter come off that block. And then it was off.
That's not Daniil.
What's that?
That's
not Daniil. Who is that?
Daniil Hunter don't play for him no more. Yeah.
Is he in Houston? So who is this? Tillery? Who is it? Tillman? What's the name there?
I believe it was. I thought it was Tillery, if I'm not mistaken.
That's Tillery. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, I think Daniil's in Houston.
Hold it another split second, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, and look,
I'm not mad at him.
Right there though. You got to drive. You can't just settle in. Right. You've got to drive, and you've got to get your hips wider to wall him off. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take
or
him
at
out.
least start turning. You know, try to get yourself turned upfield a little bit more.
Exactly. That's what you don't want to do right there. But nonetheless, this is Jacobs. You got to protect the football better. This has nothing to do with Myers, right? And you'll see right here, see the left hand? That's the punch out we were talking about last night. Bang, knocks it out.
I honestly feel like the last time he fumbled too, he was in that same forward lean, or like at least wasn't he diving forward too? So maybe just throw a little tackle dummy on the ground and have him practice, you know, punching out while diving forward or something. I don't know. Get a couple extra reps in.
Right. Myers just about got on the ball there, but nonetheless, man, it's Minnesota ball.
What about two hands on the football in those situations?
That's true.
You see it looked like he wanted to clutch there when he was in traffic, and his hands went up, but he didn't, and he had the ball in one hand going forward.
I think it's a valid point, Tim. I do.
Yeah.
The other thing too, though, Josh Jacobs likes to use that free hand shedding. And when he's breaking tackles like crazy, obviously I'm never complaining, right? But when it does cost you, it's a huge play, no doubt. You guys read those comments if you want, if you feel it's necessary. I can't see them because I got the telestrator up. I can just see a portion.
Yeah, just real quick to reiterate what Tim just said. Joseph Reel says he saw major contact coming, period, two hands. And that's exactly what
you could see him. He wanted to get that second hand over, but he never clutched it, and it was punched out. It happens.
Yeah. So obviously that fumble's the reason the turnover differential was tied 1-1, right? If you don't fumble that ball there, you go down and score, whether it's even 3 points, you win the turnover differential, you really, really like your chances of winning this ball game for sure. So again, there's enough blame to go around. You can say, man, Myers got to do a better job walling off there. Jacobs needs to protect the football. It's not any one person for sure. All right, next play, first quarter, 10:54 left, 1st and 10 play at Green Bay's 48-yard line. This is one of those Edgerrin Cooper run stops. And, man, it's so fun watching him play football. And the set that we were in here is a nickel 4-2-5. I did cover 3 question mark and a mock fire question mark. To me, this looks like what the play is, that the mock actually is going to blitz, right? And I believe he's the mock. Is he? No, he is not the mock. Here would be your blitz. But it's hard to tell on running plays, right? Because are they reading the run quick, or were they actually blitzing sometimes? One thing I have noticed about this Jeff Hafley defense, and it might be what Emilio was talking about, where LaFleur is kind of getting on Edgerrin Cooper's butt a lot. He might be selling out to the run too much. That might be part of the problem. Now, listen, 4 tackles for a loss, that's the upside of that, right? You're going to stop the run handily, but maybe he's being a little too aggressive. But let's roll the tape here. Let's go 75 so it don't last too long. See him shift. Now, The mock is obviously, so we did have it right. This would be the one I would think might be the fire. Again, it's going to be a 3 deep, kind of a cover 3 look out here. I can't remember which safety is buzzing down, but it looks like it is a mock fire play. As you'll notice, as soon as the ball snapped, he's going to shoot his shot, being Edgerrin or Eric Wilson. See how quick he gets back there. But notice Edgerrin Cooper, right? Look at Edgerrin Cooper going to bounce out to the side, bang.
Jeez.
Yeah, we haven't had that in a while, boys. That's what we're talking about, that start, stop, shoot, right? Rather than
he didn't have some of that earlier in the year too. He was getting hung up on linemen. He was getting caught up 3 yards deep.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Here's a better angle of it. Watch Cooper again right here in the middle of the screen, right here. Start, stop, shoot, bang.
Look at, I mean, dude, that block avoid, like right, that's, yeah, there you go. Michael Myers, baby.
He's just shifty, man. You could tell he would make a hell of a running back too. Just watch, bang, right there. We're in
that.
Yeah, it's impressive. It really is.
Yeah.
So, and obviously Xavier McKinney was there to clean it up too, but that's one of those Edgerrin Cooper plays. And you know, why did we show that? You get that run stop on first down. They're playing behind schedule. Minnesota ends up having to punt. So now we go first quarter, 9:23 left. This is a 3-play sequence. You guys have heard me complain all week long about, man, it was so early. We got away from the run, right? Now, my argument was, my main stance that pissed me off was like, man, and it was just shots down the field. There wasn't no options. This play here, you can tell LaFleur had some serious checkdowns baked in. After watching the tape, I put it on Jordan more than LaFleur on this play, and I'll show you why. The play call is, this is a first down of that 3-play sequence. 11 gun, nub right, F orbit, swing, 22 fake, Z out, X slurl, double lead. I'm sorry, should have been double leak, and that was a Y curl with the T flat. So the play design, again, keep in mind what I, ranted about all week long, and then after watching the tape real thoroughly, it wasn't true on this specific first down play. The 22 fake is real simple. We're going to fake a run play, A gap right. That's all that is, okay? And then the rest of the play is going to be Z out. So your Z is going to be off the line of scrimmage. He's going to run an out route, all right? Your orbit fake is, let's see here, what was it? It was a F orbit swing. So your F is our boy Jaden Reed. He's going to do an orbit motion and then set up for the swing pass, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then we're going to go X slurl. So your X is going to kind of run a little slant and sit here. Okay. Some people just call that a stab route. I like to call it a slurl from a wide receiver standpoint. If it was a running back out of the backfield, I would call it a stab route. Double lead, okay, or double leak is your Y curl. So he's just going to chip and then go out here and sit down in a curl. And then the T flat is going to be a leak as well. So he's going to hit, and I'm pretty sure he's going to this side on the flat. The reason I wanted to point this out is you've got options everywhere, like underneath. You understand what I'm saying? And This has been the problem with Jordan Love, in my opinion. His biggest flaw is he doesn't play to the current down and distance. It's just, all right, which one's a deeper route? Let's take that one right there. You know what I mean? And it's good to have that confidence, don't get me wrong. But if I remember correctly, I think Tucker ends up over in here. So it's more of like a double slurl than anything. Let's roll the tape. I want to pause it when we get in here, too, to show you he had multiple options on a 1st and 10 to dump this thing off. Ball snap, play action. Now I want you to look at the options. First of all, you got a one-on-one, a hat on a hat right here if you want to swing it out there, right? Keep in mind, he's trying to go here the whole time. Now let's roll it a little bit further. Now look at the options. Look at the separation. You put that on the inside shoulder of Tucker Kraft, he's already 5 yards deep. You probably got 8 yards or even a first down on first down. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you got space here, right? You got space here with room to work in the middle. Obviously, they keyed in on Dontavion Wicks, I believe who that was. Looks like it. Instead, what he's going to do is try to go outside, okay, is where Jordan's going to decide to throw that football. So, to me, after watching the tape, it was more about Jordan decided to be aggressive on first down as opposed to taking what the defense was giving. Do you guys agree with that or disagree with that? We don't have
I would. Can you back it up a little bit? I would agree with that totally, because right there, if he's not keyholing on the deep shot there, that ball's out to the flat immediately, and we got, like you said, one-on-one on the boundary there. So
I would even say too, throw that down to Tuck Norris. Look at him right there.
I'm good with
either way. Yeah, it would be out though, right? You gotta see that open and fire that ball. I mean, that's what Jared Goff and Sam Darnold have been doing all year long to teams, is taking that first read, get it out quick, one-on-one, and let your guy, do his work.
Yeah. And again, I was saying, what are we doing coming out this early in the game and just throw, incomplete, punt, right? There could have been a run baked into this and Jordan didn't can to it. That could be an option too. So if we go back and look at what, we're not in the huddle, so we don't know the answer to that. If we look at the box cam, we don't have the box cam, but if you focus on the box here, Emilio, knowing that Jaden's going out, you kind of like your run play here, don't you?
I think, the RPO there, your hat count is on the short side of the field. Yeah. You just got to make one man miss.
Yeah, that's it. You got basically what he's saying is you've got 4 guys on this side of the field that's close to being in the box. You've got 4 run blockers. So you're a hat on a hat plus 1, including your running back. You really would like your chances here, And again, you don't see a can, which tells me LaFleur called this play. Now, it doesn't mean there's not a can attached, so that's where you're kind of, who can you blame there, right?
Right. And you got to think about his drops. I mean, if it's a 3-step drop, you want that ball out at the top of the drop. That's what it's designed for. And if you said, I don't know if we have the other cam, but where's his stripe? So it looks like, he's obviously the routes are all to the left side, the wide side of the field. But if you're staring that, he probably looked at Wicks and said, that's a no-go. I think Dobbs is going to get it. I'm going to stay on Dobbs another second longer. Never even spun down to Reed and probably didn't double back to Tucker at all.
Yeah, and that ball is halfway to the receiver before he even turns.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of off the mark, too. I wouldn't put that on Dobby. You know what I mean?
What do you guys still think, too, about Johnson's bottom right? I have to imagine. Can you roll that back real quick, Clayton? Watch Jacobs. He's about to fly out of that back. Nobody's even looking at him.
He's elite too. Yeah, watch him leak out right here.
Watch this. He could have went for quite a bit there, I feel like.
Yeah, you hit him in with momentum. Basically what you've got is you've got a one-on-one matchup with space. He's keying in here, and that's the other thing with his hips flipped. He probably takes it right up the sideline. Jacobs does in stride. So
you're a baseball guy, Clayton. This is you need a base hit, but you're swinging for the fences.
That's
right
exactly
here.
What it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So again, all week long, I'm going, man, LaFleur, and again, it is a pass call, right? But in this specific situation, he gave Jordan Love 3 options underneath to check this thing down and just use it as a run. Go ahead, Jacob. What are you gonna say, man?
No, what Tim just said. Does that maybe epitomize the Jordan Love quote unquote hate or whatever? Is that it seems that at certain times that the only thing other than maybe the inaccuracy or the not being very consistent is the fact that sometimes it just seemingly seems like he'll go for the home run when we just need a single, bro. Just tap us in.
But I'm not going to let them hate Jordan Love for the same reasons that we love Brett Favre.
I love Jordan's
instinct.
I love this conversation, man, because we've all got different views on this. Like Tim immediately goes to Brett. I immediately go to Aaron those last 3 years and go, Aaron's just playing hero ball. And it's like, all right, Aaron ain't here no more. Now Jordan's playing hero ball.
Right. Or is this just a quarterback trying to make a play? And he got a little greedy. He wanted to take the over. He should have threw a check down or a swing pass.
And the easy thing to say is LaFleur's too aggressive. Maybe LaFleur gives his quarterbacks freedom to, hey, look, you make that decision. You believe in yourself. If you think you can make that throw, go make it, right?
You're right. And that's why he built all those safety valves into the play for us. Exactly. Like hoping maybe you'll see one of these.
So he can say when those knuckleheads talk on Chalk Talk, they can give me an out. You know what I mean? So, all right, next play of this same 3-down sequence. We're going to be way over if we don't get moving. But this 3-play sequence, 2nd down, 11 ace, dub nasty, strong left, Z post corner, Y sit, switch dog. Now, here's the thing about this. Like, it's 2nd and 10, yeah. You don't have to get it all in one play, right? Let's pick up 3 to 5 yards here is all you're looking for to put yourself in third and manageable. So, again, with the play call, let's draw it out here real quick. We're going to go Z post corner. The Z is typically on the tight end side of the field opposite the X, obviously. So with the post corner, he's going to get working here and then back out. All right. That's what he's looking to do. And then on the other side, you've got a Y sit, or over here, you got a Y sit. So he's just going to kind of come out here and try to sit down like in a little curl. And then you've got the switch dog, which is a flatten out. The dog concept is a flat with an out. So this 2 is actually going to run a flat, just like a little shallow out. And then the 1 where it's switch, he's going to work inside and then look to work the out. So you're working levels here is what you're doing, right? So again, 2nd and 10, you got some stuff baked in here to give your quarterback, hey, just go with the high-low read on the right, take what they give you, or hammer the curl. If they go Mabel on the dog concept, if they go Mabel, then look for your sit underneath. Where does Jordan go with the ball? He's going to try to attack down the field 13 yards, right? Let's roll the tape. You'll see the post corner. Watch Jordan. He kind of looks. He reads the middle, okay? And he's already off of it. Like, okay, I'm just going to launch this thing off the back foot, right? Just out of reach. So now you're in 3rd and 10, right? So here we are, 3rd and 10, 11 gun nasty, tray left, T weak safe, Y shift leak. We're going slot cross, Z out. Let me see if I can figure out what the hell I meant here. All right. T weak safe is real simple. It's just going to be a pass block there. And then we're going to go Y shift leak. So I think the Y is going to shift over to Dubs. He's going to block, and then he's going to leak out. And with that Y, it's going to be a sit. So he's just going to get out here and sit again. There's something they've seen on the tape that they really wanted to work that sit underneath with the Y. And then the other side is our favorite slot cross, right? So it's going to be a climb route with a dig over top here. And then with the Z is just going to be an out route. So there's your play call, okay? So you got one check down here. You got a 6-man protection in case they blitz, which we know Minnesota loves the blitz. And let's see where we decide to go with the ball here as Jordan. All right, going to use your motion. Now you're going to shift the Dubs. You're going to see him block and sit. Jordan immediately looking. To me, it looks like he's trying to hold the safety potentially to throw the out, but then he gets locked in right here, and I don't know what the hell he's seeing. He throws it behind Jaden Reed as if Jaden Reed was going to sit down. I'm not sure.
Maybe he was seeing the PI and figured throw the ball. Maybe we'll get a flag.
I will say this right here, man, all day long, not on this play particularly, but there was multiple plays I broke down where they're 12 yards down the field and the DBs have 2 hands on the receiver. And I'm like, boy, oh boy, did they get away with playing. I would have stayed in 2-man under 2. I really would have. Yep. So read that super chat for me if you don't care, boys.
Mr. Chris N says, I want to thank you, Clayton, Tim, Emilio, Carly, Ray, Jacob. I leaned on you guys through good and bad in 2024. There was so much Packers content out there. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Chris.
Appreciate that, Chris. Hey, we lean on you guys too, man. There's been many times me and Tim had conversations getting on here. I've had a bad day. It's like, man, I'm excited to get on here and talk some ball.
This is one he sent right after. I feel like give him his money's worth here. He says, nothing like PTA. I mean, yeah, you guys and gal are talented, but most importantly, authentic. Appreciate all so much. Happy New Year. Appreciate that very much, guy.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Okay, let me ask you, Clayton, real quick. If you just roll it back a second, if the DN on Rasheed Walker's side didn't get the jump he did, do you think Jordan would have hit that pass? I mean, like because that dude, if you started from the jump, he got off before Rasheed even moved. And that was to my point of, look at Rasheed has to be head inside, turns outside, and the dude's already past him.
Yeah. Right. Why is he either late or early on these plays? It's true.
Now that's a tough block. That's a tough block to have to make. I don't know what happened with this. Did we just get way ahead here? We did, or did we go back? We went back, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went back. I apologize.
Yeah.
No, Emilio's right though. It's a tough block on face value, but let alone if you have to stare at the ball,
right,
and then try and get your head around.
See, he was fine when he had Tucker on the outside, right? So right. I mean, that's that right there. He had another guy on the outside. Okay, throw the deep ball, no problem. He's out by himself. He's got no help. The back's on the other side, and you motion Tucker away from him. Dude's already lined up in a wide 9. He didn't have to go anywhere. Right. Rasheed's looking inside. The guy's already the dude. I mean, it almost looked a little early, but like he jumped the snap count. I mean, he's looking inside just like Rasheed is, but he's going forward. Rasheed is going back.
Yeah. I would love to hear an offensive lineman's take on this. Like maybe he didn't use his kick step wide enough, but to me, I put it more on Jordan. Like, bro, you got to feel that, and you got to step up and out right here, right? Yeah. I mean, because again, Sheed, you're asking Sheed to do something that's impossible, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But up and out. I mean, you have who is that? Josh Jacobs. He's doing a great job holding that block. I feel like if he slipped that gap, I don't know how long he's running for. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah. What I was meaning stepping up and out is this.
Oh, okay, that way. Gotcha.
But still, though, I mean, you see, they're not being too aggressive right here either. You know, if I can get my thing right.
And we've seen Jordan do that, Clayton. To your point, we've seen him hitch and then step up and shuffle and get over in that pocket. Just not on this play, I guess.
Yeah. So Turtles real quick says Love needs to use his legs more when there's nothing there. He loves to stand in there and force it. I think that's a fair critique in certain instances. Yeah.
And that's what we talked about last.
He took a sack doing that in this game.
Yep.
It's what we talked about last night too is, we just assume the knee is completely healthy, right? We're good.
Right.
We're good to go. And, maybe we'll see that return next year, right? I mean, it's an MCL, guys. Like, I'm as guilty as anyone, right? Just taking it for granted. Like, okay, well, it's been 4 weeks. Get out there and run like a deer.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how bad it was, right? So, all right. So let's fast forward now. That was obviously 3 and out. Minnesota got the ball. They end up missing a field goal, so it's still 0-0, right? We're still in this. Everything that's went wrong. You fumble, you go 3 and out, and you're still okay. We're in good shape. First quarter, 4:21 left. First and 10 play at Minnesota's 39-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Tucker Kraft for 18 yards. The play call is 12 ace, nasty, strong right, Z cheat to stack, 21 fake, Y screen. I love this play call. Oh, my God, man. Let's break it down. Z cheat to stack. I'm pretty sure it was Bo. He's going to cheat over to a stack set here, okay? And he's going to get kind of a run and go. And if I remember correctly, they're just looking to walk these guys out. Rome getting out here and kind of running a little stalk as well. And with the 21 fake, it's real simple. You're going to fake an A-gap run this way. Then Jordan's just going to backpedal, and we're going to look to set up a screen pass with a couple blocks out front. We're going to dump it off to Tucker and let him do the rest and get upfield. So let's roll the tape. Again, 12 ace, nasty, strong right, Z cheat, stack, 21 fake, Y screen. There's your fake. Backpedal, bang. Look at this setup right here, boys. And again, I don't mean to pick on him, but watch
Musgrave.
Runs himself right out of the play, right? And again, you can't make contact here. You got to be careful you don't get hit, with a penalty. But you got to know right here, hey, I gotta kind of not let that happen. I mean, you did nothing. You did nothing first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
cross his face or something, try to run a post or do something.
Anything, right? Anything. And then, of course, there was the penalty everybody talked about where Harrison Smith dove at the knees, the thigh, the pad level, whatever. Here we go. This is a good look of the offensive line setting this up too. Let's see if the defense really keys in on the run right here. Oh, yes, sir. Look at that. and big Sean Ryan out there with the belly button. Let's get it, boy.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Nacho Libre.
Because both of the D linemen thought, oh, I slipped right behind there. Like the dude did not block down far enough. I slipped right behind him.
Absolutely. And again, Tucker doing a good job just taking what they're giving. Right.
Look at Tom there. Did you see that?
Oh, what happened, Tom?
That was that penalty.
With him diving.
He ate that though, dude. Like he sit down, little boy. Look at that.
And I like how he did it too. Once you could tell Tom thought it was a little dirty too. Tom just literally takes all of his weight and puts it right on his rib cage. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Just lay it right there, sir.
Oh, he didn't even let the legs hit.
Yeah, he curled them up.
Yeah.
Did you notice him pointing to the official too? That's a smart heads-up play. Zach Tom he might be the most intelligent player on this entire team. Like the fact that as soon as it happened, before the play's even over, he's looking at the official going, "You seen that?"
Yep.
He knows it's a penalty. So there you go. All right. So that 18-yard play, it wasn't technically an explosive, but it did lead to a field goal for Green Bay. So Green Bay now leads 3-0. Here's second quarter, 13:35, first and 10 from Green Bay's 44-yard line. So Minnesota in Green Bay territory here. And guess what we got, boys? We got a Edgerrin Cooper tackle. I think it might have been a tackle for a loss. Yeah, I think this was a tackle for a loss here. We're coming out in a 4-3 odd. Let's talk what that means. A 4-3 odd is real simple. You've got one defensive lineman out of a 4-3 that's lined up in a 0 or a shade, meaning the inside shoulder of the center, the outside shoulder of the center, doesn't matter which side, or they're in a 0 tech. They're not at least in a 1 tech. If they were in a 1 tech, that would probably change this to an under look. All right. And we call it a 37 front. What that means is the 3 represents an odd front, and the will on the line of scrimmage is represented by the 7. So that's called a 37 front. I believe it was a cover 3 defense, but again, on running plays, it's hard to tell. All you need to key in on is this absolute monster right here in Edgerrin Cooper, and watch them try to run on this guy. Remember the start, stop, shoot. Start, stop, shoot, bang.
Jeez.
I mean, there's no wasted motion whatsoever with Edgerrin Cooper's game. And I think over time he will miss big. It's going to happen. And I'm okay with it because this dude, he's batting about 800 right now when it comes to making plays. Look at it. I mean, there's no hesitation.
Just roll
Look
that
at
back.
Julio shaking his head. He sees it. Look.
Roll that back. He's responsible for basically 3 gaps right there. And with no D lineman in front of him, that man is facing 3 Vikings right now. All right. Yep. Cox is going to take the tight end. Okay, fine. Brooks is going to take the guard. You have a tight end and a tackle coming at you, and you split that?
And you know this. I don't mean to pile on, but I'm just being real. When you see it, you got to say it. The way Quay has attacked this in the past is okay. Don't give up a big play. So I got two guys coming at me. Let me make sure I don't give up a huge play here. And Edgerrin Cooper is hell with this. If I got two guys on me, I'm gonna shoot the gap. And it sounds like LaFleur might have a little bit of a problem with him shooting the gap, right? So maybe that's how they're coaching Quay. I don't know, but man, this is like you said, Emilio. It's 2-on-1 here, and watch him. He's like, boy, not today. Let's go. Get off me.
Dude,
bang.
look at that, though. We talked about that with some of the great linebackers where they just sift through blocks. They don't take them on. They have their head on the swivel. The legs never stop moving. They're like Clayton said, no wasted movement. You watch how he does that. I mean, I'll get you.
Got skinny there real quick.
I was going to say got skinny. Exactly. Yep.
Look at that little dip.
And it's crazy because if he didn't make that tackle, that's a huge hole. But he attacked the tight end, so the tackle didn't really pay him attention. Attack the tight end, slip him inside.
Yep. It's almost like how a running back will sell an opposite hole. You know what I mean? And then they'll come back and like they'll sell outside and then cut in.
Right.
It's almost like he's doing that there. Like, okay, I'm just going to take the tight end on. Nope, I'm going to dip in and make this play. It's just a hell of a play by Coop, man. Great play.
He's basically putting on tape in the NFL what he did at college. I mean, you look at his college tape. This is what we saw.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Look at that, Joseph in the chat. He did that stuff every play at A&M. That's so true.
Yeah, and I don't want you guys to get distracted by this right here. Okay, watch this lineman here. Just grab him by the jersey there. Just kind of, I'm going to block him with my back and grab him by the back of the jersey and just kind of tug him along. It'd be all right. Everything's good. So Edgerrin Cooper said, "Y'all hold all you want. I'm going to go in there and smack your running back in the mouth." So, again, Coop, man, he's been the highlight of the tape this week for me for sure. So let's go on. Second quarter, 11:58 left. This is a 2nd and 8 play at Green Bay's 31-yard line. This is the Naylor 31-yard touchdown. So let's get into some negative talk here, okay? Green Bay is leading 3-0. I said, let's talk about a negative play, and Jacob disappeared. Funny how that happened.
Still here. I just got to squint like an old man now.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Jacob. I hear you, man.
I'm over here batting my eyes like a crackhead because I got so much light. So it'll be
y'all got some more of that chalk talk.
Nickel 4-2-5, TT 94 touch, cover 3, free buzz, and I put match. I think this is match right here. I'm eager to see what you guys think. So essentially with the play call, we're going to go TT. So it's going to be a twist in the middle, and 94 is not going to actually try to penetrate. I think he actually goes first, and he's going to lag back and keep eyes on the quarterback. Okay, he's going to make sure the quarterback doesn't try to scramble and take away. And he's also going to be looking if there's a short dink and dunk pass, get your hands up, right? So we're going to go free buzz. What that means is find the free safety, okay? This is your free safety. We know that because here's the tight end, okay? So he's going to buzz down on a zone, okay? And then it's cover 3, zone match. So Javon Bullard's got deep third responsibility, deep third, okay? That's what it looks like to me on this specific call. So when you roll the tape, what I want you to key in on is watch bull. What that match means, if we're playing match, guys, let's set the match principle at, let's say it's 10 yards just to make things easy, okay? So let's say the match is here. And what that means is if this receiver breaks that threshold, then this becomes man coverage now, okay? Now, down here in the 2, who's got the 2? Bull has the 2. If he breaks this threshold, this becomes man coverage now. You got me? So it's like you're playing catch man out of a zone look. Now, if Naylor runs a little dig, then Bullard breaks off and looks for work. Remember that. You're going to see that later, and Bullard was late to the spot there as well. Okay, so let's roll the tape here again. Cover 3, buzz match. See the safety buzz down. And here's what they were trying to do all day, and I agree with it. This is Justin Jefferson. I'm almost positive it is, yeah. So Justin Jefferson's looking to work a dig. So with this buzz, guess essentially what we're doing is we're playing bracket coverage on.
Yeah, with a zone instead of man.
I was going to say, is that invert?
Right. No, it's not invert
okay.
Because it's cover 3, right?
Oh, I see.
He's cover 3. But it is match, and I'll show you why. Just key in on Valentine up here. Watch Valentine. When he gets to that threshold, notice how Valentine goes with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of creeping with him. Now, right here, you can see X is reading the quarterback. That's why I think this got credited to X as a blown coverage, but I don't think that was it. The key is going to be, notice how Valentine keeps eyes on our boy Justin Jefferson. Watch Stokes. He's looking to catch man this guy out of a match principle. Watch him. See how he's going to run with him. He ain't in a deep third. He's running with that guy. So Bullard has got to know here, if these two guys go vert, then I've got to pick this guy up as if it's man coverage. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So ball snap, Bullard just kind of stays at home. He doesn't cover anyone. That looks like Savage. That's exactly how Savage played quarters under Barry. It's like, not too aggressive, not too far back, just mid enough to get your ass burnt every single play. So I honestly believe the only reason that Xavier broke off is because he's reading the quarterback's eyes. And if you roll it back just a few frames, you'll see he's really trying to pinch down here, clamp down on Justin Jefferson. Typically, when you play box and triangle, it's if you got two receivers, you play triangle, right? If you got three receivers, you play box around them. In this case, it's Justin Jefferson. They're playing triangle on Justin Jefferson, right? So if you're going to do that, even with zone principles, whether it's match or just spot drop, you got to be able to match up everywhere else. Bullard gets cooked by Naylor.
Yeah.
And it just can't happen. You got to know where your help is. Even if you're using your peripherals right here, you got to know, okay, yeah, even if you didn't know what the play was, you got to know Stokes is sinking. Are we both just going to cover the same spot? No, you got to pick him up. You see how everybody's reading this. You got to be able to pick him up. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to ask you guys, do you think, in my heart of hearts, I just feel like Evan Williams makes that play, or at least is in better position? Have we underrated how much? I mean, Bullard's a rookie, obviously. Williams is a rookie. Which I think it's fair to say that we'd rather have Williams out there. I just, for whatever reason, think that he's more his FBI is a little more attuned to the speed of the NFL. Do you think that's fair to say? And
yeah, I mean, I think that's what's been proven on tape. You know,
yeah. I think Evan Williams is hammering down rather than backpedaling there.
Right. That's what I mean.
And he may make a mistake. He's probably just like Cooper, going to make them big. But
yeah.
He's also, this is just a walk-in, man.
I was going to say, I'd rather have you freaking go balls out and make a mistake and score rather than do nothing and we score.
Right. And again, the reason I think it's match is because notice Keyshawn just sits down here underneath, like he's looking. It's not strict man anywhere. It's just, okay, I've got to be prepared for 87. And let's be real. The reason that this backer isn't sinking deeper to help pinch that is because he's got 87 underneath. You know, Darnold's got multiple options here, no doubt about it. But Emilio, you've been very, very vocal with the Bullard talk, and I think you feel like he's probably getting roasted a little more than he should this week. Obviously, he prepared all week long to be the nickel.
Yeah, limited reps, and all of his reps were nickel. So, but
let me ask you this: are you seeing it the same way, or am I missing it here, man? Be honest.
No, I'm seeing. The only thing I was going to ask you: do you think Carrington has any responsibility to cover that deep third at that point? Do you think his eyes are too far on Justin, and he needs to keep backpedaling because the dude catches the ball on the V, basically? You know what I mean? So it's that would be Carrington's third. I get what you're saying on the match 100%. But if it is Carrington's third, it goes to the end zone, right? Theoretically. But I get wanting to triangle Justin. So I think that's the issue is you're rocking a hard place. I want to triangle Justin, but I might give up a little bit on the late end of a cover 3 kind of thing if we're buzzing on his side.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell because the defenders are breaking because the ball's been thrown.
Right.
So I see your point though. It's definitely possible. We know it's zone. We know that without a doubt. It's definitely possible. It could have just been spot drop.
And I know that Carrington's been kind of bump and run a lot too this game. It looks like he's been playing a lot more bump and run where we've previously been used to them staying a few yards off. He probably would have gave a little bit more and maybe he was a little bit deeper. But I get wanting to press Justin.
Yeah, and I think my biggest issue with that take as we're watching it here is if he's supposed to cover deep third, I mean, he's playing that thing like he's playing deep half.
Yeah.
Now, tell you a possibility. Stokes could be playing the wrong defense. That could be the case. Tim's like, don't you dare put this on Stokes. He didn't do anything. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, right.
when you're not in the room, you don't know the exact call.
100%.
My money's on the rookie making the mistake. Not
Yeah, no, and I think he did. I think he said that, and they a couple of the guys ran up to him after him. And he was like, you know what, I'll be honest, like I did make, I probably did make a couple mistakes out there because I was thinking, some of them were nickel or I just read it wrong, and that happens. He's still young, but I think it's great tape for sure. Good learning experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got roasted.
Yeah, and again, it's just
because look at him. X kind of knew when he looked at him.
Yep.
That's the thing that really I always look for this too. It's funny you said that. At the end of the play, I always look and watch X. Watch him snap his head over right there.
Yep. Yeah.
He's kind of looking at him like, bro, and then just key in on Bullard's body language. Watch Bullard's like, damn.
Yeah, but X didn't roast him. You know what I mean? X didn't go over there and chew him out because, hey, it's a learning experience. I think they all three of them kind of talked right after, but
yeah, and he knew that he knew, right? He took one look at Bullard, and Bullard knew what happened.
Yeah. Now, back to the 3-tech talk, and I didn't plan this. We're going way over. You guys just go when you need to go. This is going to go way over tonight. But when we were talking 3-tech, either one of these, when you got that wide front like that, can be the 3-tech we're talking about being dominant. Let's see which one they double team. So they end up double teaming Brooks, right? And Brooks is obviously just going to kind of spy over. Imagine a guy who just presses that and blows up a double team. Tell me if you think Sam Darnold gets that pass off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Kobe Wooden did a pretty good job there too.
I was just going to say, I think he did about as good as you could expect in that situation.
Yeah. So,
but you're right. We need a bona fide 3-tech.
Yeah.
We do.
Somebody is just a game wrecker, and listen, they're not growing on trees. I know that.
Yeah.
But hey, let's go down to the Dollar General.
Does Aaron Donald have any sons that might be graduating high school
that he knows of?
Oh wow.
Let's start scouting.
All right. So next play, obviously that touchdown puts them up 7-3. Next play, we're going to fast forward to second quarter, 7:33 left. This is the 4th and 2 play. Y'all ready for me to rant? It's not going to happen, actually. It's not going to happen. I'm going to explain why. So when they come to the line here, it's a 4th and 2 call. In the moment, I'm watching the game on the telecast. I'm thinking hard count, hold your water, look for a free play, or let's move the sticks with a hard count, right? Hard to do that in Minnesota. So me being a knucklehead, it's like that doesn't compute while we're watching the game live. But if that was the call, let's assume that LaFleur sent him there with a play. And once again, we know LaFleur loves to give his quarterbacks freedom. Hey, look, if you see something you like, you take it, right? Be aggressive. So he either changes the play or he goes green out of what they were going to do to just settle for the field goal. I'll explain what I mean here. Watch, they come to the line, right? Low hard, nothing. Now he sees this guy creep up, right? What's that tell you typically? Looks like man coverage, does it not?
It looks like single high, man. Yeah.
So if it's man coverage, the way you want to attack that, walk that guy out, and you could throw in a little tosser concept. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that is a man beater right here, right? So I'm wondering if LaFleur told him, go out there, hard count. If you see something you like, change the play. He definitely changes the play here. Watch Jordan, that hard count, safety comes up. All right. He changes the play completely. Yeah. So this is all Jordan Love. Now, go back to Matt LaFleur's response. What goes into that decision to go for it? That's just a gut feeling. Kind of sounds like he's covering for his quarterback a little bit. And I like that.
Maybe that's the gut feeling. It was Jordan Love's gut feeling on this play. Yeah.
So the play ends up being what Jordan checks to is 11 gun, Trey Wright, T-Week, Slay, Y-Pro, tosser. All right. So what we're going to do here is the Slay concept is real simple. It's going to be a slant, and then underneath is going to be a flat. Okay, that's called a Slay concept. Typically, it's with a wide receiver. If the T is that far over, you can draw it up the same way there. That's called Slay. Then we're going to go Y pro. That pro route we talked about, Emilio. He's going to work in and then back out. Kind of, it's almost like an outside angle route, right? So we're going to work a little pro, and then tosser is just a double slant. And this is all the way back to Mike Holmgren West Coast offense right here. This is a staple in Green Bay for years, right? Just a double slant. If one plays with outside leverage, go to that one. You're just looking at those corners. Where's my window to throw the ball again? So, again, it's 11 gun, Trey Wright, T-Week, Slay, Y-Pro, tosser. And you'll see Jordan, he changed into this. He gets the look he wants. Great job by Reed. He's open, boys. Now, my question is, what are we doing here? Why are we waiting? You see what I'm saying?
He's trying to throw a home run ball.
It kind of looks like he's looking at, okay, maybe he's trying to hold the spot there, hold the drop. It could be, but he's going to come back and then try to fire it over the middle. It's a tight window by the time he gets there. But imagine if the thought process is we need 2 yards. We need 2 yards.
Yeah.
Ball snapped. You got the separation. Hammer that thing in there. Let Jaden Reed get down for a first down. Right.
The more I look at this, I wish he would have canned to a draw play and just ran the damn thing.
And that's what I was saying, Tim. Is like fourth and 2, and you get stuff on a run. I can live with that. Hey, they beat us. But when you get too cute with everything,
we had success that game by doing this too, spreading them out, and then calling a draw and just
look at the separation there. You can hammer that into whips.
I was just gonna say, look at the separation there, and the receiver just below him there. It's.
I think it's a tendency of Jordan to see a guy on that first look. He's running open, and there's that temptation to always find the better read, and it's like, just throw that ball. See it.
It's like I've got that, right, Tim?
Yeah. It's like, I got that, but what else do I have? It's like, no, just hit that one right away.
Now, I've seen people, and I'm gonna get a little mad right here. I've seen people roasting Reed, saying, "You got to catch the damn football. That's a drop." I want you to look at the placement of this ball. This drives me crazy. Is it catchable? Technically, it probably is. But if you're telling me you're putting this more on Reed than Love, then I'm sorry, I'm too drunk to taste that chicken. So look right here. Look where the placement of this ball is. Reed's letting up like, okay, because he knows he's got a drop defender here too, man. Yeah. You got to kind of
Reed's expecting it on the numbers, and instead it's down and in front of him.
Emilio, am I wrong, man? Do you see that?
No, you're right. I think you're spot on with that. Honestly, I think Jordan, you think
he was trying to work Tucker there?
Yeah, well, I don't think he was trying to work Tucker. I honestly don't. I'd like him to step up, like we were talking earlier. There's the top of his read, pump. At that point, you already hit your 3-step drop. You didn't like your first option at all, or even if it was a 1-step, whatever it was. At that, I love that space right there. Even if you go up and you pull them, then
maybe that gives your receiver more time to work.
Right, then you're not worried about that backer. You can, we've seen him throw cross-platform. I'd rather give a little bit more of that look, pull that backer down a smidge just by taking a step up and then step into Reed's throw.
And it's easy to look at Myers and go, well, Myers gets dog walked right back into him. Yeah, that's true. But you had a flat and a slant for a Slay. That's a quick get the ball out. You had 2 slants. That's a quick get the ball out.
Yeah, and to the Slay side, they had the backer walked up like it was going to be a 5-man rush. So they were trying to man up from the offensive line standpoint. That's why Elton's just kind of working the 2.
Yeah. And again, Reed is
not a horrible ball, but
it's not. You're right. Yeah.
No, I don't think it should all be on Reed.
Yeah,
and I don't think Reed is put it all on Reed.
Reed's slowing up because of that drop. Like, okay, let me just he's the whole route. He's looking at Love like, for God's sakes, just give me this football quick, right?
Right. And the longer you wait, the more likelihood I'm gonna end up in the hospital.
Yeah. Or end up with a drop. And Reed was pissed. He's like, So there you go. That was your 4th and 2 play. Again, at the time, what the hell are we doing, Matt LaFleur? Why are we going for it on 4th down? He could have just said kick the field goal, right? So he's not completely off the hook. But to me, it seemed like they gave him a green go option there. Like, hey, go out there, see if you can get them to jump. And if you see a look that you like, then you've got the green light. Do what you want. And
would you have rather him gone for it on that 4th and 4 or 4th from the 4th and goal, from the 4 rather than that one? Or like when he took the 3 earlier in the game, would you have rather seen them go for it there?
Here's my rule when it comes to inside the 5. I'm still team kick the field goal, but you will never hear me criticize a coach that's outside of the 4-minute mark before halftime, before the end of the game. Okay, before halftime, let's say. Yeah. If you're outside of the 4-minute mark and you go for it inside the other team's 5-yard line, you'll never hear me complain about that.
Yeah, the reason if you turn it over on downs, you give your defense
they're pinned back and more things can go wrong than right for them, right? Yeah. So I'm okay with that. But if it's like, 16 seconds left before halftime.
Yeah, right.
And there ain't time for
points. Yeah, no, I get you. That's all I was wondering was, would you have been more mad, if
This one definitely.
Yeah, right.
This one definitely,
Okay.
in my opinion. Because it's just, again, and I'm a boring ass fan, man. I like stuff that's just straightforward. Hey, take what they give you. Many times in the NFL, man, teams screw themselves up out of the win. Right?
What do you think about this comment here, Clay? I don't know if you can see it, but R.E. Iron Miner says, we have a kicker now. We lose by not kicking.
That's the frustrating part, right?
That's very frustrating.
It is, man, for sure. I get it. Again. It's tough. Now, in between that play and this, we had a Keyshawn Nixon pass interference. Obviously, we all talked about it. Was it catchable? I don't hear them say uncatchable ball, no flag. I haven't heard that said in years, so it must not be a thing anymore. Or maybe they've weeded it out of the league. I don't know. But here we are now at second quarter, 5:23. We're on the cusp of going in the middle 8. 2nd and 4 play at Green Bay's 40-yard line here, boys. So this is 2nd and 4, and they're trying to go down and score right before halftime, right? And guess who makes the play? We got a nickel 4-2-5. I think it was cover 1 robber is what it looked like to me. Darnold cans to a weak run to the weak side. So you'll notice Bull. I don't like this either. Bullard giving up his status early, right? As soon as he comes up into the box here, right?
Yeah.
We canned out, and guess what? We're running weak. Okay. But here's the thing. Even when you make mistakes, when you got a damn dog like this dude right here, you still make a play. Watch Cooper here. So they canned weak side run. I bet they regretted doing that with Cooper over there. Watch this. Look at Cooper. Just pop
Bang.
that. So again, here you got Cooper making a play. It's a 2nd and 4 play. Now it's going to make it a 3rd and 6 after this is over. Watch Cooper here. Remember the start, stop, shoot. There's the can. Bullard right there.
He just stands up too. You see him just stand up almost like I ain't doing nothing. Don't worry about me. I'm just.
And you see Bullard immediately go back like, oh crap.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah, because Bullard snitched on himself too early, like you said. Yeah.
Because they were playing. I think they were going to play robbers. What it was. But look again. What's just start, stop, and then shoot, bang. He's just
good tackling for him too. That's the other thing. I mean, just great fundamental tackling every time.
No doubt. So that made it 3rd and 4. Let's go to I think this was the very next play. Yeah. So very next play, 4:38 left, 3rd and 6 play. This is Naylor for 16 yards. So you end up holding them to a field goal later on this drive, but I just want to point out Cooper making that play. Now here's Naylor for 16. Let's see if we can figure out what went wrong here. First of all, we broke out the psycho, boys. Remember the Don Capers look?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it earlier this year.
Love that.
We're going to have one down lineman. Devontae White is technically playing linebacker right now. Right? So here we are, a psycho look, nickel 4-2-5. I think it's cover 3 buzz is what it is. Man, he's trying to make me 700 pounds. She's bringing some kind of cheesecake snacks up here.
Oh,
nice.
Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy. Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year.
All right. So cover 3 buzz, you're going to have, and I didn't list who buzzed down, but you've got a safety that's already buzzed down the box. I think he might be showing blitz, actually. But anyway, look at this look here, guys. You got one down lineman, and you got how many standing at the line of scrimmage? You got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys at the line of scrimmage showing blitz. It looks cool, don't it? It doesn't work. So here we go. Ball snapped, and then you're going to drop those 2 guys out. So it's a lot like a double A gap mug, right? And you're in. I think this is cover 3 buzz is what it is. And then you'll see Naylor right here underneath. Okay, and I think we may have tackled him and still forced the field goal after this play, but I just wanted to point that play out because it was kind of a good game. He's going to sit down and then work back over. I think this is on X here personally. I don't know how you guys feel. If it is cover 3 buzz, Keyshawn has got flat responsibilities, right? Yeah. This is kind of how I'm seeing it. And it may have been a little Mabel look too. You'll see Mabel out of cover 6 here in a minute. Probably deep third. And it's just like the Bullard play. Who are you covering? That's what I need to know. Bullard covered no one on that shot play, right? Here, Xavier McKinney covers no one on this play. You see what I'm saying?
In his defense, though, I mean, we know he has multiple responsibilities, on some of these plays. So maybe he was just, I don't know. I don't know if he was seeing ghosts or what, but.
Yeah, well, I know this. You only run triangle when you got 2 receivers. They're running triangle in a damn soul.
There's nobody over there. Yeah.
Nobody there.
But that's what happens when you call zone, though, right? It's not like you can drift everybody over like that. But my hit, roll it back 2 seconds. You see his hips kind of flip, last second as he's dropping. I think he was looking for a cross.
Mm-hmm.
The dude kind of slurled that, stopped on a dime, and you just got to close and make the play.
You think that was a choice route there?
Could have been.
Probably was.
For sure.
Yeah.
He didn't like it because why are you going to run into the three? Exactly your point, Tim. Why are you going to run into the triangle if you're on a slot cross? I mean, just cut it off here.
Yep.
And look, Keyshawn, bang, now stick. Keyshawn, I'm fairly happy with Keyshawn.
I am too. I love that too. Like when the completions, it's going to happen and you're not there, just put a hit on the guy and maybe he'll cough it up. I love that type of football, man.
Yep. Again, here's a good look at the psycho look. And again, it's a lot like a double A gap mug, right?
Did you just cheat a cheesecake bite in there real quick, Clayton?
I mean, two while we've been talking. There will be more.
Clayton over here with the cheesecake bite like Carl Brooks.
Look, put that up there together. All right.
Oh boy.
So again, you're right, Emilio. It looks like he's looking to match that crosser, right?
I think so. I think he would rather be prepared for the crosser and close down on it than have to.
Sam Darnold, knowing where to lead the receiver to. Like Sam Darnold's playing out of his.
He put it away from him, right? He could have thrown it right up, but he made his receiver work back to the open space. And again, we drop our D lineman into coverage. I'm not mad at any Barre. We did it a lot. He dropped 5-6 times, I think. So
you got to think that time in the pocket is what allowed that to develop.
Right.
And he had zero pressure whatsoever.
Maybe we need to bring 5. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe it doesn't always need to be a sim look to 4. Maybe we need to be able to bring 5 and still play zone behind it, sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. King Tron in the super chat there. Thank you, sir. It says, "Evening, boys. Wondering who is your fave acquisition of this year's team, and who do you have the most excitement moving forward into next season?"
Edgerrin Cooper and Edgerrin Cooper.
That's
that's the easy, quick answer. Sorry,
Travis Glover. No. Honestly, if Jordan Morgan turns out to something, that would be huge. But right now, I would say it's probably X or Jacobs. If we're talking just acquisition from the offseason.
Yeah, if you're going every acquisition, for me, it's got to be Xavier McKinney. Just because you guys know how important I think post safety is, and it's been so long since we've had one.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's played great here lately, but he's still playing good.
Right.
Yeah.
This is his floor. Go ahead, Jake.
Andre Dillard for me personally.
Dude, man, he looks so good on the sideline. Let me tell you. So again, even with all that just happened, we held them to a field goal. So now they're up 10-3. All right. But the following drive, the Packers get into a 3rd and 1 situation, right? We're kind of back to running the rock a little bit. Illegal formation. We had to punt. Emilio, talk to him. Look at him.
I mean, every time. And we were, I think we were 8 of 14 or something on third downs, which is pretty good for this team. We haven't been doing great on third downs this year. So every time we had one, we had a 3rd and short, shot ourselves in the foot, 3rd and long, didn't get it. Another one, I think it was 2 or 3 third downs and one touchdown. I mean, took points off the board, momentum off the team.
And that illegal formation on 3rd and 1 pushes you back to where you end up not converting. You had to punt. Now you're setting them up to score before the half, right?
Was that on Wicks?
What's that?
Yeah,
it was on Tay Wicks, right? For lined up on the ball or something.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think he was covering the tackle.
Yeah.
There was 2 receivers covering, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, just a simple mistake for sure. And again, Tay Wicks, hell of a route runner. Got to work on the hands, and that's a huge penalty. Like, and you guys know I love Tay Wicks. I got his autographed jersey right over there. Love that dude.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have that. You just can't have it. All right, second quarter, 1:16 left. We're deep into the middle 8. 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. This is T.J. Hawkinson for 28 yards. Let's see if we can figure out what went wrong here. Nickel 4-2-5. We're going to run a TT again, so it's just going to be a twist in the middle here. And everybody else is just a straight rush is what it looked like to me with Gary on the outside. So it is a 4-man rush, I believe. We're going to go Tampa 2 with the wheel. Let's draw the coverage out in blue. So cover two. Who's the wheel? You identify the tight end first. Tight end's over here. So that's going to make the will. So you've got, this is what you guys talked about in the post-game show, and I didn't recognize it. I think it was both Tim and Emilio said we missed Quay today. He's got Tampa 2 responsibilities, okay? He's got Tampa 2 responsibilities. Now, it is a tough look because they come out in a tray left, and you're going to see they're motioning this guy over to show a dub set. So when you come out in dubs and you're attacking Tampa 2, that Tampa backer has his work cut out for him. This is what we mean by Tampa guy. You guys know it's too deep here. So the Tampa 2 backer has to read 2 and 2. If one of those guys go vert, it turns in the match, and he's covering deep third down the seam. Watch what these two guys do. Which one would you peek towards? I would peek toward the wide receiver first. That's the one who can hit you for a home run down the seam, right?
Yep.
So if the receiver's to his right, the ball snap. Watch our boy Eric Wilson here. I want Cooper covering the seam here.
That's what I was saying. Too bad Coop wasn't the will on this play.
Right. And again, this is what we're talking about. We're like, well, I want him to be mock. The mock doesn't always cover the seam.
Yep.
This is what we're talking about, because when they ship the guy over like that to dubs, then it could be the will, it could be the mock. It depends on what the call is, right? Yep. So watch him here. They're both getting vert. I promise you right now, where's he looking? He's looking to the speedy receiver, right? That's his top focus. And then when the receiver kind of clamps down, now you see him flip his hips. He doesn't play it horribly. But Quay Walker, with that tall, lean frame and his vertical quickness, I kind of think he probably gets there. Right?
I think so too. At least for a PBU or something.
Yeah. Again, it's a tough look because what they essentially did was ran.
It was all go. That was an all go seam shot.
Yeah.
It was a perfect call against a Tampa 2. I mean, it really was.
It was.
It absolutely was. So again,
I think you're right though, Clay. I think Quay probably backpedals and then shoots. Picks a seam and shoots in there rather than just kind of getting caught.
We just talked about it, right? Like we love Edgerrin Cooper because there's no hesitation.
Yep.
In the running game, Quay hesitates, but in this specific situation, his hesitation, he's probably deep enough to make that play.
Exactly.
He really is.
He's probably breaking on that ball. Yep.
Yep. He won't catch it. We know that, but he'll break on that ball and get to the point. Right.
That's why he's not a tight end, man. That's why.
Exactly. So again, look at Wilson. You're going to see him peek right there. See, he's going, where's that speedy receiver? And little does he know right here, it's, oh crap. Now he's reading the quarterback.
Honestly, because looking at it, who the receiver was, 83, I don't even know who that is, but it's TJ Hawkinson on the left.
Naylor.
I think
is that Naylor? Yeah.
Okay. I honestly would be more worried about Hawkinson if that's me personally. And I really do think he hung on Naylor way too long. I mean, while you're backpedaling, just going like this, looking over to your right. I mean, Darnold's just looking him off for a second. He knows he's got his hips already turned.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, because you have safety help, so you should be able to bail on that and go towards the middle rather than looking to the flat like that.
You'll hear us say Tuesday players. You know where I got that from? Emilio knows. Where did I get that from? You know where I got that from?
Lombardi.
It's
and Bill Belichick.
Michael Lombardi and Bill Belichick. They call Tuesday players. They meet up every Tuesday with captains from their defense, captains from their offense, and go, here are the Tuesday players. Here's the players that we can't let wreck our game plan. Couldn't tell you how many times I've heard NFL films footage of Bill Belichick going on third and down when they need a play. This is where they're going with the football. In this case, you're in the middle late. When they need a play, this is where they're going with the football. They're going to Hawkinson. That's what Emilio's saying. Maybe cheat to there. Although Naylor looked like Jerry Rice on Sunday.
Yes.
Let's be honest about it. But I do like how Cooper played this, even though he's not the deep Tampa backer. Like, he got a lot of depth quick. You see how far back he is?
Yeah, kind of slipped on that turf too a little bit there. That didn't help.
I was almost going to ask, did you think if you rolled it back to the other view, I don't want you to have to go back that far, but did you think he came up too far or do you think he didn't keep dropping far enough on the other look? All right, it would be on your side look when you could see them both, because I think it was key or whoever was playing nickel right there. They got back pretty far on it, Clay. So that's where I was thinking, like, hey, it's Keyshawn, right? Yeah, they both carry almost past the 30. I believe. So here, him and Coop are both dropping. Carry. They keep dropping. Coop breaks on the 27. You see, he put his foot in the ground, but Keyshawn's kind of still dropping. Yeah. I don't know.
And again, it's how far do you want that that backer to carry, right? Because again, if let's say he does run stride for stride with him, Aaron Jones is about to make a play. You see what I'm saying there? So I see what you're saying, though. Hindsight being 2020, hell, let him drop.
And it's crazy because he really did carry him that far, and he still threw it almost as Quay was breaking forward. So,
and again, if you've got a 3-tech that's a game record, look, I got a jaw backer in here. You've got a game record at 3-tech. Sam Darnold probably doesn't have time to throw this damn football either.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not having to do stunts and twists up front. They actually ran into each other, didn't they?
I was going to say that wasn't pretty there.
All right. We got to speed it up.
That looked like me and Emilio going for that last bite of cheesecake right there. Did you see that?
Stay away from my cheesecake.
Once you try it for the first time, Jacob.
You talking about? Oh, that's right. You got to have the first class.
I'm telling you, the Airbnb for the draft. There's going to be 500 cannolis in that house. I promise. Going to happen.
All right.
What are you trying to say, Tim? All right, second quarter, 19 seconds left, 1st and 10 play. This is what's crazy. All that happening, right? They're at Green Bay's 44-yard line. Brooks is going to get a sack here, and this is huge at 19 seconds. I want to thank the Minnesota Vikings because they absolutely botched the clock there. I don't know if you guys noticed that before halftime. They let like 20 or 30 seconds run off. It was absolutely horrible. Belichick actually made a comment about that this week. Nickel 4-2-5. We're going to go TT again, right? You guys know what that means. We'll twist in the middle. And we're going to go cover 6. The cover 4 is going to be at the top of your screen, and we're going invert. So this is an invert cover 6. They do this twice. One time they do it with Mabel, which is really interesting. Invert means this corner is going to cover deep half, all right? And then the cover 6 is you got cover 4 at the top, right? And then cover 2 at the bottom, which is just deep half. So this guy's got all this space out here, and the safety's going to kind of sit down underneath, all right? And again, this is the Carl Brooks sack. You could really tell when they threw cover 6 looks at Darnold, that's how they got the interception, and that's how they get this sack right here. They should have played a lot more cover 6. Me from my couch, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because you see, it's not like the pass rush hit home quick. He just looks up and goes, 4 up top, 2 at the bottom. Holy crap, where do I go with the football, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Carl Brooks with a great job there getting the sack. We'll see it from the end zone cam, a lot better view, obviously. So let's take a peek here. And that was a TT. Let's see if the TT was a little cleaner this time. Carl Brooks and Kobe Wooden, is that who that is?
Looks like it.
Yep, that's Kobe.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he gave that one-on-one with Larry on this. He said, yeah, we were running the TT, and he said that he just got a ricochet off of it, and he slipped through.
Beautiful.
So did Wooden end up coming in for Devontae Wyatt when Wyatt went out?
It's such a rotation, Tim. It's hard to tell,
It's
man.
tough to tell, right?
Yeah. They use a heavy rotation. But Carl, man, he almost smacked that ball out. Carl,
Oof.
I mean this, boys. Like, he's – of all of our interior defensive linemen, he's the one I see as the true 3-tech. And I'm not saying –
have the best hands, too.
I'm not saying he's great. I'm just saying – based off what I've seen this year, that's the one I have the most confidence
He can
in.
grow into it for sure.
Yes,
100%.
exactly.
He's got all the intangibles for it.
Yeah.
So that Brooks sack obviously slows them down. They still got in range, kick the field goal. So Minnesota leads at the half 13-3. All right, now let's go. Third quarter, they get the ball back because we deferred or we took the ball. 12-15 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 8 play. Who are they going to? They're going to Naylor. 22 yards right here. The call is Jacob. Every time I say Naylor, he goes.
I can't stand that guy.
I'll tell you why. And like Justin messaged me like, is Naylor really going to? Are we really going to make him look like a superstar today? Yeah, because you're taking away Justin Jefferson. And I'm not saying I agree with it. I would much rather allow our guys to have an opportunity one-on-one, not in man coverage, but just one-on-one, play your defense like you normally do. But we seen earlier, you had 3 guys around Justin Jefferson on one play. I think it was by design. Nickel 4-2-5. We're going to go mock fire 55 drop, Tampa 2 invert. The free is going to have the seam at the top. Tampa 2 invert. Listen to what I'm saying here. This is crazy. Sugar cookie, man, this is crazy. So we're going – you guys ever watch Chappelle's show? You know what I'm talking about, right?
You know, sugar cookie get the.
All right. So with Tampa 2 invert, what's going to happen is the corners deep half, right? Deep half. And the safety who's already down in the box, they're both kind of buzzing down, but he's Tampa. Xavier McKinney is the Tampa, playing kind of that Tampa backer. I love this play call. I really do. Even though Naylor cooks us, I really like that you're disguising Tampa 2 with the safety being the deep third, and it's kind of that layered play. So,
right, because they would be expecting a backer to be the deep responsibility, right?
if you're running Tampa 2 like we just did a second ago, they're expecting this.
Yep.
Instead, with invert, they're getting this.
Yep.
Right. I really like it. I think it's a cool setup. Again, it didn't work, but let's see why it didn't work. Let's see if we can figure that out real quick. Let's see. All right. Little cheap motion, just a little mock. So they did blitz up the middle, right? That's their mock fire. When we talk about 55 drop, once again, look at our boy, jab step, and he's going to drop into coverage out here. That's Kingsley and Bar. They love doing that with him, right? And you fired the mock.
Yep.
But again, they had 6 in protection until you had a leak, and we only brought 4. That happened a lot this game. I mean, bringing 4 to 6, and you only have, 3 in routes?
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 in routes. We have 7 back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of people back in coverage. So either we need to bring more guys, or we need to maybe run a man, sprinkle in a little man in there or something, and try to lock it down. If you only have 3 in a route and 7 deep, that needs to be tighter.
Yeah. And remember what we talked about, how you beat Tampa 2? You walk that guy out and you hammer a dig underneath, right? That's exactly what they do. He has no responsibility whatsoever to the 1 up here, he being Xavier McKinney. That is not his responsibility right there, right? He's looking to pick up the 2 or the 3 vert. If either of these guys go vert, that's his responsibility down the seam, right? So ball snap, let's see if they walk them out at all. You got the 2 pressing, right? Yep. So he picks up the 2. Right. Now imagine this, back turn, right? Playing his guy perfect here. He's going to pick him up and then watch the dig. Perfect timing. Sam Darnold, beautiful ball. Just a half a second. I mean, not even a half. I mean, a split second. Eric Wilson almost gets his hand on the ball, right? Yep. But it's a game of inches. And there's the dig, threw him open, first down.
You know what's crazy, too, is if you look back real quick at that, is that one of those plays where the D end, God forbid, drops into coverage? It looks like Kingsley drops back. And if he was a little quicker on that, he almost has a tip on that ball. Look at him right there. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit out of position. Whoop.
But that's what I'm saying. At that point, I don't even know if I want Kingsley dropping. Like, if you send them in, if we're gonna bring a backer blitz, send him and just run Tampa 2 behind it.
Yeah, right.
I agree.
And just lose the zone. I mean, if they're cutting us up like that and they're keeping 6 in protection a lot, I would rather lose a zone and send Anibare, because the leak would be to their back or the tight end.
Does it make you guys like? It seems like there's just every time we have these, whatever one you call them, big plays or exposing plays, that there's just 1 or 2 players where you just look at them and they're not doing anything, and it just makes you scratch your head, and it makes you. I think that's why the fan base gets so frustrated and it gets so easily like on their soapbox about, oh, they're the worst. But it's when you break it down step by step, you understand as to the point as to why they're there. Mm-hmm. But maybe it's like, why did we call a certain formation, a certain play, or did they not execute it the right way? Like, I get how Packer fans are, it's easy to just be like, oh, they just burned us down the middle. We didn't do anything. But it's like, no, we can look at the tape and actually watch the motion and the methods of what they were doing. Mm-hmm. We just called it wrong at the wrong time. It's
called being an overly emotional fan. Yeah. And I hate using this word because everybody's welcome on the channel, and I am this type of fan from time to time too. It's called casual as hell. Like, you're too lazy to understand what they're actually doing. It's just this.
You're the first one to open your mouth and talk about what you see out there, and you think you got it all figured out. That's the casual to me. Don't know what you're talking about, but you're quick to say something.
They'll look at this and go, "What's Enigbari doing? Why isn't he rushing the quarterback?" Well, okay, if he's rushing the quarterback, that's a little dink and dunk here, and that dude's running for days, right? Yep. Now, what's Carl Brooks doing? He can't beat how can he not beat this guy? Guys, he's spying. He's not trying to get to the quarterback.
Yep.
He's taking that rush lane away out here if Darnold decides to run, right?
Yep.
Everything has a point.
Yeah, Wilson's the guy rushing on that play.
Yep. And Rashawn had to go through the tight end before he got to the tackle, before he got to Darnold.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to talk less about Rashawn Gary because I'm the Rashawn Gary.
And watch and props to Eric Wilson.
What we're talking about. 2 guys blocking Rashawn Gary. Go ahead.
Yep. Two on Rashawn Gary, and watch Eric Wilson bop 64. Boom, see you, buddy. And then Rashawn still fights through that too. I mean, but yeah, Rashawn's got to go through a tight end and a tackle before he can even get to the quarterback. And give me another second, he's there.
Yeah, and the ball's out on a dig.
Yep.
You can't, you know what I mean? It's just it's good execution on their part. It really is. It's not as simple as we got to get to the quarterback. It doesn't work that way.
Just like Ron said in the chat, sometimes the offense catches you. They get paid too, right? It's just a great play.
but that doesn't make good for drunken rants after a watch party, Tim. So let's be honest. Third quarter, 9:44 left, 1st and 10 at Green Bay's 18-yard line. This is Addison for the 18-yard touchdown, okay? Guys, what's my least like defense? Y'all know
Man coverage.
Yeah, well, right here, we got a little cover one drop for you. All right. So man coverage, all right. And you got a deep safety, and there's going to be a drop defender here in the middle as well. So it's man across the board. They're going to do a will fire. All right. It's going to be from the top, I believe. The will right here is going to fire on a blitz. So essentially, it's cover one man is what you got. Now, what do we always say about cover one man? You always play with outside leverage, right? You funnel them to the safety in the middle of the field. It makes the window a lot tighter to have to throw to, okay? So the mock is going to be playing the hole, so he's going to be playing here, deep. So you should say, they may beat me inside, but they're going to get their clock clean by the safety and the backer, and I'm not getting beat outside. So our boy right here, I think it is, yeah. Watch Javon Bullard up here. They're going to run a little sugar play. Look, Addison's going to sit, right? Now, keep in mind, you cannot be beat outside. Notice this guy's got good outside leverage. He's not going to get beat outside. He's going to funnel everything in here. You got outside leverage here, right? But he just gets a little lazy. He's like, okay, I got this. Watch him go flat-footed. No. He's gone.
Oh.
Can't do it. Can't have it, boy. Sorry. Just can't. I know you took his towel, and I appreciate that, but can't do it. And it's just like, I feel bad for him. I really do. Because imagine how he feels walking back to the sideline right now. Like, he's letting everybody down. It sucks. But you see what I'm saying there, Emilio? And you tell me if I'm being too harsh, man.
No. That's it. I mean, you got to keep chopping, or at least, like you said, get to the other side. I mean, literally, if that's your dude, I want you, like in lacrosse, let me funnel the dude right to the center. I'll literally give you the inside. Let me turn completely sideways, and I'll force you inside and chase you down if I have to.
Yeah, I'll get it back here so you can actually see it.
And it's not, I mean, it's, she's right there on that one too. But here, sit, you're on your dude. I'd rather him be hugging that guy almost.
Yeah, right. Like, at least slow down his release.
Smell his breath. I want to, what does it smell like? And what did he have for lunch before? Did he have any cheese curds before the game? That's what I want to know.
I don't know if he had any more of these cheese bites.
Cheese curds make my stomach hurt all the time, but I do eat them though.
And again, though, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I don't want to say we should expect this from a rookie player, but we've always griped. I've said this many times, like we don't play our rookies that are superstars enough. We had to today, and guess what? This is what's going to happen when you throw a rookie in there in the primetime moments against one of the best NFL offenses that are in the league currently right now. And so we're going to have to eat some, it's what's going to happen. It's what's going to happen with a first-year player.
Next time he plays cover one man, he's going to make sure he funnels them inside.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a learning experience for sure. Get these mistakes out of the way before the playoffs too.
Yep.
This right here will piss you off. I know we talked about it earlier in the week, but watch Gary work inside. They're going to run an ET stunt where a TE stunt where Gary's going to loop inside right here, and you're going to see 3 penalties on one play and not one flag thrown. All right, watch Gary here. We're going to go hands to the face with the choke. All right. Then we're going to do a little face mask right there.
Wow.
Okay? And then we're going to go, you know what? He still beat my ass. I'm just going to tackle him.
What?
No flag. Now, imagine if Gary right there is bent up, and at this point, he is smacking Sam Darnold right in the face. No flag. So,
and that whole time, Carl Brooks was getting held too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Can you rewind that real quick, Clay?
Okay.
Just so I can relive the pain.
It's
tough, man. It really is. So yeah, look at Carl.
You can't focus on one of our two. Yeah, it's just
like seriously. Look at this underneath the shoulder pad.
Just lifting them up.
Yeah, and I mean it'd be different if there wasn't an official like right here. You know what I mean?
Look, there's one right there. There's one right there. They're looking at it.
Right here, you,
dude.
So, anyway, Cooper come out
there. Yeah, look at the block in the back. Nice.
And this is what I'm talking about with Coop, though. When I'm talking about, he reminds me of Micah Parsons. Watch this bend he's got on his pass rush. Look how far he bends right here.
And he timed it nice too.
Look, getting outside and watch the bend right here. Look at that. Never loses his balance.
Yeah.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Well,
That's
somebody
pretty good.
can look at this.
And you got to give Sam Darnold credit too there, though. I mean, stepping up. I know he got some help, but yeah.
Boy, God,
I like how he's pulling Carl Brooks down too as he's trying to leap up. And
it is
smack
like
the ball.
it's literally a game of inches, and they say that, and people scoff. But like
It is.
minor split seconds in a game of inches will dictate a game. It is unreal.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now at this point, everybody's pissed, right? It's now what 20-3. So Green Bay, this will make you feel better. That next drive, Green Bay gets the ball. They get called with 12 men on the field on offense, and they have to punt.
Great.
Wonderful. Exactly what we planned. So they punt, and Minnesota still leads 20-3. Now we're going third quarter, 7:15 left. It's the 2nd and 11 play from their own 29-yard line. We're getting some positive here. This is the Carrington Valentine interception. Boy, it is a doozy. This is the first time this year we've called Mabel on Chalk Talk. I'm not saying the Packers haven't called it. This is the first time a play is made Chalk Talk, and it's Mabel. Mabel, what you're doing with Mabel is you're basically – it's a multi-flat zone, okay? So what I mean by that is you're going to put 3 zone defenders on one side of the field. And this means they've seen something on tape to say when they give us this look, they really, really, really like to attack, the boundary side of the field here, okay? So essentially what your call is nickel 4-2-5. We're going to run another TT stunt, right? The twist in the middle. You know what that means? Cover 6, Mabel. The 4 is at the top. So this – cover 4 up top, all right? And then with the cover 6 Mabel, this is cover 2. And then you're going to have a defender, I believe it's Cooper, is going to come out and play the flat. And Carrington is going to play the hook curl. So you see what I'm saying? You've got 3 defenders, 3 levels covered along the sideline. And what they're looking to do here is hit Hawkinson on a corner route. And they're going to motion this guy over and try to attack underneath, all right? So again, this is what we call Mabel. Now here's the difference. If it wasn't Mabel, if there was not Mabel here, we would be calling it 7. It would basically be cover 6 match because I thought it was cover 6 match at first that McKinney's just looking to match up on someone. But when you see there's only 2 targets on that side of the field, he wouldn't be matching up with one of the 2 targets when you got 3 defenders. So that's what makes it Mabel as opposed to 7. All right, cover 7 is what we mean there. So let's roll it over. Justin Jefferson's the guy. Are you surprised they're running Mabel on Justin Jefferson's side? You see what I'm saying? Like that was the game plan all day. Let's try to stay in zone and have an extra hat near number 18. Make them beat us with Naylor, and they did. All right. So again, look at it. Look at the 3 levels here, and it kind of looked like match here. But again, I'm going to call it Mabel. You got a flat defender, you got a hook curl, and you got that deep half here, right? And I think what Darnold thinks he's seeing right here is this is cover 2. Let's hammer the corner. He read it right. Yeah. He didn't expect the flat to come over and help. He's expecting this defender to play the flat, right? He's expecting Carrington to play the flat. So he's thinking cover 2, I'm going to hammer this corner in what we call the bunker, right? Not the base. The base is down the seam. The bunker is over there. But instead, it's a cover 6 look. Once again, the cover 6 calls really confused the hell out of Sam Darnold. Put that in your notes for the next time we play.
That's right.
Yeah. So next time we play Minnesota and Carrington, man, roll it back.
See how quick he opened those hips and got to like just in an instant. He flipped his hips and he's there.
Yep. You got inside leverage with Coop in case they try to turn it back on a pivot route, right? Carrington's ready to attack the flat if he needs to, but right here, reading, this looks just like the interception last week, man. You got to pay the electricity bill there, Jacob. All right.
Oh, we lost Jacob.
Yeah.
All right. It's just a great job, man, reading that, seriously. And high point the ball. Like, he got some serious ball skills. Really does. And this right here, this is the problem I have with all the talking heads all week. They're going, yeah, but Minnesota really took their foot off the gas. They were throwing on 2nd and 11 there. We picked the ball off. You got to give credit where credit's due. Right. Yep. You can say we got our ass kicked. Both things can be true there, right? I didn't see Minnesota taking their foot off the throw. If anything, I seen them trying to punch the gas. So.
Can we give one more shout out to Carl Brooks on that play too?
Yeah, saving us, man.
Thank you for picking up the ball again. Thank you.
Matt said it too. He was like, "Hey, we talked about it. This needs to not happen again. We need to make sure that we're holding that ball tight."
It could have been disastrous, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, that's why they're corners, not receivers, right?
Look at the ground Cooper covers, boys. Even when he doesn't make the play, look at the impact. Look at this. Like he's sideline to sideline, man. Still a pretty ball, even though Darnold falls down. But again, just watching our boy Carrington Valentine high point that ball, that's not an easy pick.
Right.
Great job. I love how you got upfield quick too. You just got to protect the football, man. You got to. So,
hey fam, wow, Valentine, dude sneezed on him and he fumbled.
Damn it, Valentine. Hey, fam, what's wrong? No problem, dude. Get him out of here. All right, so there you go, interception. That would turn into points as Josh Jacobs gets a 2-yard touchdown. So now we're back in this thing. It's 20-10. Let's go third quarter, 3:13, 1st and 10 play at Green Bay's 40-yard line. This is Jordan Addison for 20 yards here, okay? So let's see what the play call was. We're going to go 4-3 odd. And again, that odd front is really simple. I think they'll settle in at an odd if I remember correctly. So, yeah, they shift over. So you got one defensive lineman that's in a 0 look there. That's what you call an odd front. You notice Brenton Cox Jr. down here. So you got a 4-man front. You're showing odd. We're going to go TT 94 touch. So essentially you're going to have, I can't remember which tackles it is, but there's going to be a twist in the middle somewhere, probably there. And the TT 94 is just going to, he's going to touch and he's going to spy. He's going to look to take away the rushing lane from the quarterback. We're going to go cover 6 again here, all right, and 4 up top as well. So cover 4, what we call half quarter is the play call. Let's roll it. Watch for Jordan Addison. He is number 3 here. And this is just, again, man, this is just great execution on their part. It's not really horrible coverage, to be honest with you. If this is the play I'm thinking of, play action right here. Some people say, oh, man, Keyshawn Nixon got cooked in man. It wasn't man, knucklehead. He's got deep quarter. He cannot let him over the top. And I thought he played it pretty damn tight because it almost turned into a match. See how he jumped it?
Yeah, well, that's good coverage.
You can't play that any better, boys.
No, that's good coverage.
And here's the thing. I'm going to pick on him a little bit. If you're in quarters, right, and it is match probably, so this might actually be cover 7. Once he breaks the threshold, this is man coverage, right? Once the 2 breaks the threshold, this becomes man coverage. But he never breaks that threshold. He comes across the face, and guess what happens? Bullard, once again, just kind of sits down and doesn't cover him.
Yep.
But he's not covering anyone. Right here, once this guy crosses right here, the chances of him running a cross-country route it's slim to none, right? Once he crosses, he should be hammering down and helping out inside. You see what I'm saying?
I'd rather get beat that way by you hammering down and maybe he does run that route.
And
I'll take you being aggressive over just, like we always say, you can't defend blades of grass, right?
Right. You can't, man. You're right. The thing is, like, Evan Williams clamps down on that. I have total faith in that. But again, going back to what we talked about, Bullard prepared as a slot corner all week long.
Yep. And that's his strong suit. Let's be honest. He's stronger in the slot.
Yep, he is. So I would put that more on Bull, although it was a great throw too. But look, Keyshawn looks up right here at Eric Wilson. Like, watch Keyshawn. He looks up at Eric like,
right.
Man, I don't know what the hell to do. Like, you can't play that any better in a quarter look,
Yep.
So get a little bit better touch here. We'll go quick, guys. I know we're way over. If you guys got to go. Okay, don't feel like you got to hang around. Just peace out. I knew it was going to go long, but I'm glad we're getting a chance to kind of talk about what actually happened here.
Oh man, did you see X there look over and tell him?
Yep.
2 seconds ago, he looks over at Bullard, says something, check, put the mouth guard in. All right, it's game time.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Bullard's like, what? Huh?
That motion came across.
Yeah. He probably told him, hey, look, you're matching on the 2. But again, so think about that. X tells you you're matching on 2. As a young rookie, I can't get beat deep. Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then as he runs across her, hesitation, that's all it takes to hammer that dig. This is perfect timing. Look at this. Little 22 fake. Let that thing rip. That's a perfect ball, boys.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was probably worried about Justin going north, taking that seam. And I would rather, honestly, I'd rather him be safe backpedaling than sorry. Right. But you are right. He does need a break on that for sure. Yeah.
Because again, like you said, he played it safe. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But a veteran probably reads that a little bit better. It is what it is. That's what Jacob was talking about. We always complain, why don't they play the rookies? Play the rookies. When you do, that's what you're going to get every now and then. It's going to happen. Youngest team in the league. So Darnold to Akers for 9 yard, a touchdown pass. That makes it 27-10 Minnesota. And then guess what happens on the next drive, guys? Green Bay goes 3 and out. So that's what happened on offense at that point. So it's 27-10, right?
You forgot the end of that statement. Green Bay goes 3 and out, throwing the ball on early downs.
Yeah, probably it could have been. I didn't dive too deep into that drive, to be honest with you, Tim. I was just trying to get past it. First down, though, we don't show the first down play. I started to. Gary gets a tackle for a loss. That dude has been so good against the run this year, it's not even funny. And I was scrolling Twitter earlier. You guys heard me say it for 3-4 weeks now, right? Gary has been our best run defender on the defensive line, and he should be. He's the highest paid, right, outside of Kenny. Him and Kenny. Yeah, Kenny's getting paid more than him. So Eli Berkovich, you guys know, a great follow on Twitter. He actually posted it too. He was like, boy, Gary has been damn good against the run. He showed that specific play. So that was on first down. So now you're looking at 2nd and 12. And guess what happens on this play? Edgerrin Cooper, tackle for a loss. The play call was nickel 4-2-5, cover 3, strong buzz. We're going to go mock fire here. And we'll go quick. Look at Cooper. Like, seriously, if that wasn't a mock fire, LaFleur had his ass because he forgets everything. He's, I'm going after the running back. Like, seriously, watch him blow this play up. Look at that start, man. 56 is like, oh, crap. He gone. Never had a chance here. Watch the end zone cam. You'll be able to see it real nice here. I'll go 50% so you don't miss it, too, because it's that quick. So you see him. He's playing mock, right? And what we mean by mock, when you're in a nickel set, whichever side the tight end's on, that's the mock, right? So that makes 45 the wheel here. Very interchangeable. That's what we mean by that. Now watch Cooper before the ball's even snapped. Look at him. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to get up in here.
That's that FBI, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sniffed that out. That's that FBI. And it's what makes it so exciting is he's a rookie. Mm-hmm. Normally you see this out of veteran players. This guy's a rookie, man. And
he gets it.
He gets it.
No doubt about it. What do you think about it, Emilio?
Yeah, because Wilson was dropping. I mean, fake step forward. The center, poor guy, he just stood up and quit afterwards. But, yeah, just way to shoot the gap. And, again, take advantage of the opening. Rashawn got there, too, around the corner. We blew that one up.
Yep. Great hustle. So, again, you had the first down, Gary, tackle for a loss, then Edgerrin Cooper, the tackle for a loss, right? And Minnesota ended up having a punt. So you completely stalled that drive out there in the fourth quarter. Let's turn
real quick. A couple chats while Clayton's turning pages. Brother Contreras said, shout out to everyone in the chat, including Packer fans, Clayton, Emilio, Tim, Jacob. Happy New Year from the founder of the Sport Entertainment Show, Brother BKL Contreras, a.k.a. Sport Entertainment Guy. And thank you to Joyce of asking Forlone, who's a Skull. He came in here and said Skull, but he said he hit that like, and he said hope to see us in the playoffs. Appreciate it.
Man. Yeah,
nice. So we've got 2 Vikings fans that I respect now.
Nice.
We got 2 on the face here.
Salute.
I love it when other fans get in here. And
Me too.
They want to talk ball and they know ball, and it's not just trash talk, you know?
Yep.
I think it's awesome. But, all right. Next play. We only got 4 more left, guys. We're coming down the stretch here. 8:04 left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from our own 46. This is Love to Kraft for 35 yards. To me, I think this play call was 11 gun dubs, flex left, T saying 58-85 T leak. This is one of those mirror plays, right? You could say 58 mirror, and you would know it was 58-85. And what we mean by that is the routes are the same on both sides of the formation. Out, which is an 8 route or a 5 route. 8, which is a post, right? 8, which is a post, and then a 5, which is an out route. That's what we mean by a mirror look. You could say 58 mirror and not have to say 58-85. To me, it's a little more complex. I'd rather draw it all the way out. And then it's going to be a T leak. It's going to hesitate and then be a swing pass. So they're going to hit Tucker Kraft. What I like about this is Tucker Kraft and Jordan Love being on the same page. Tucker knows, get your head back and kind of slow down that skinny post. Watch him here. It almost works like a curl or something. Like, see right here, he's like, all right, let me throttle down.
Right.
Give him some room, right? And again,
because he's so deep, that guy has to cover the entire field being that far back.
Yeah, just a beautiful throw and catch, great play design. That's a big chunk right there, boys. I mean, you're talking about, what was it, 35 yards?
Yep.
And that was on a 1st and 10. That's what I mean by the first down passing in the second half. You know, you kind of throw that out because you got to throw at this point, right? It's not like, oh, man, we're throwing too much on first down. When you're down by 20 points, you got to do what you got to do, right? So try not to be too critical on that. Same, different look here from the end zone cam. Looked like it was just a 3-man rush, too. That's what's crazy is that so they got 8 in coverage.
Mm-hmm.
8 in coverage, and they still found the hole.
It's just kind of like us. It seemed like Darnold was cutting us up with just 4 rushing, and just finding the soft spot.
Tucker Kraft, man, got me over here stuttering. His hands are they not awesome? Like every ball you never see him body catch.
Well,
He
like
just-
you said though, to even the wherewithal to stutter the route a little, because if he runs too fast, and Jordan's got to throw that ball a little further, you got safety help over the top. You're in a world of hurt right there. So just that little nuance of little stutter step in the route, and then like you said, good hands to finish the catch. It's incredible.
Yeah, and I think this next play went down in the box score as a 14-yard run because it was a backwards pass. But this is 11 gun tray right, Y flex, T orbit lead swing. I love this play call by Matt LaFleur. It was a 1st and 20 play. Emilio, how the hell did we get to 1st and 20, you think?
I don't know. Probably we were probably gifted it. They probably just started us off at a 1st and 20.
I'm sure it wasn't a penalty. You're right. I think that was actually the Zach Tom. Wasn't there like an
he was he didn't break the waistband of the center. He was too far
there
back.
you go. So that's probably what that was. And Jordan Emmanuel said, "Don't worry about it. We got it anyway." We're
But again, because he's got he's looking down inside. But at that point, you're looking down inside. You got to know that you're not looking at his hip.
Yeah.
You guys notice we haven't ran one jet sweep in this game?
It's true.
Now, why is that? The last time we faced them, they blitzed a ton, right? This time they played a lot of 2-man under. That we went away from it expecting a lot of blitz, and that's what we were talking about, not adjusting quick enough, and that's on Coach LaFleur, 100%, him and Steno. But imagine if they're playing 2-man under and you're running jet sweeps.
Mm-hmm.
Like your chances there for sure.
At least keeps them honest. At least keeps them thinking about it in the back of their head.
We didn't see a lot of motion in general.
Right.
Once the game progressed, no zipper, yo-yo, orbit, none of that.
And I love this play call. It kind of works like a jet sweep almost. You're going to go T orbit. It's going to be a swing pass. Look how they got Tucker flexed out to get up here and try to help block. So look at the hat count you got out here. And you're going to swing that thing out real quick. I love this play design. This is the stuff you should have seen in the first half, right? Yep. Ball snapped. Watch how quick it comes out. And again, that's counted as a run. I guess I feel like it should have been a pass, forward pass. Pretty sure they counted as a run. But look at Tucker and them getting out there. Look at Dobby out there blocking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rome.
Yeah. So Emmanuel Wilson, big gain there, 14 yards. We'll speed it up.
As Carrington Valentine would say, "That's my dude. He stay in my building. That's my roommate."
In my building. Love it. Yeah, just like I said, a great play here, man. Great play call, play design, little orbit, bang, no hesitation, get it out. Jaden Reed getting out there blocking. That was Dontavion Wicks. My bad.
Oh, that was.
Maybe I was hoping it was Dobbs. All right, so there's that. That would lead to an Emmanuel Wilson 5-yard touchdown run. All right, so now the score has been cut 28-17. Minnesota had to punt. Pretty sure it was 3 and out. Minnesota had to punt. So now the Packers have the ball. 3:04 left. 3rd and 1 play at Minnesota's 19-yard line. This is the Dontavion Wicks 18-yard pass. Absolutely love this right here. As the play call is 11 gun, tray left, T weak. We're going 985 X curl T safe. All right. And what that simply means is 985 is going to be a non-fade. So he's going to work a fade route here, a go, if you will, a non-route. You're going to go 8, which is a post. So he's going to work the post route. And then you're going to run a 5, which is an out. Okay. So you're looking to stretch the defense, potentially hammer the out route. And then up top is like a deep curl. It's really, really interesting. It's almost like a back shoulder throw, and it's going to be closer to the sideline. Last second, it's going to stop. So he's going to run like a 17-yard route here. The T is safe, and what made this play go is as Harrison Smith blitzes, you're going to see Emmanuel Wilson pick him up and walk him right around Jordan Love. Just a great job pass blocking here by Emmanuel Wilson. It's the reason this play worked. And you see Jordan doesn't like what he sees on the field, so he's just going to throw that stop route up top. Like I said, that 17-yard curl to Dontavion Wicks. Going to chop it down. Corner never had a shot. Ball on the money, even with a throw on the run. Great placement on that football right there, no doubt. Let's watch it from the end zone cam. You can see the throw. Really appreciate the end zone cam here, man. This is awesome. Emmanuel Wilson getting better every week, boys. Look at this pass block. Walk him out. Let him take his leverage right out of the play. Jordan knows what to do. Step up, out, throw on the run. That's a quick little snap, wrist throw. I mean, you can't throw it any better. Let's go. Now, here's the knock on Wicks here, and everybody talked about it, and everybody is right. You got to step out of bounds right here. I know he's fighting for the end zone, but right here, you got to get out of bounds. You can't let that clock run. I think it costs you something like 13 or 14 seconds, which is typically at least one play, possibly two, that you wasted right here because you just didn't get out of bounds. Now, if he drags him into the end zone, nobody's even talking about it, right? So
right, it's true.
What it is. That's what
Really what you're looking for is for him to just fall
Do
down.
you think that dude kind of swung him though? Kind of a little.
That's
like,
what I was saying, Emilio. Like he's getting
ring
wrapped,
around the rosy a little bit there.
he's getting wrapped up. It's kind of hard. You're like,
Yeah, you just
you're
kind of
making that decision. Like, do I push or do I go out of bounds?
I see your
I'm
point.
being
Is
wrapped
that-
up. You know?
Who's number one? Is that Stephon Gilmore? That might be.
No,
No?
that's not.
Okay.
I don't.
Whoever
think
it was.
It
Gilmore's
kind of
in.
looks like he kind of tried to rip him back.
Yeah,
Like he's got all his weight back and just kind of a little snap at the end.
I was surprised the right foot was in bounds after the catch, and then the right foot came down in bounds. That's really what it was.
When I watched it in real time and seen the clock run, I'm like, challenge that and get our time back. And then they showed the replay, and I went, oh man, he really didn't step out.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, but again, that's a nice throw. Again, Love, man, he's off on some of the throws, but boy, there's throws like that where you can't put it in a better spot, especially on the run. Last play, fourth quarter, 2:18 left, second and goal at Minnesota's 3-yard line. This is the Malik Heath 3-yard touchdown pass. Minnesota's leading 27-18. This is what's going to bring it down to within 2. Look at the hurry up, free play. Jordan recognizes it. Catch him with too many on the field. This dude's looking back going, nah, I'm cooked, right? He knows it. So we're going to snap that ball before he can get to the sideline. Bang. And Love looks right. He had a fade. The play call was Trey left, 11 gun, Trey left, Slay, Y climb, X fade.
Hold on, Clay. Bring that back one more time. Did they have 2 guys?
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was
I think
2
it was
dudes trying to get off the field.
Yeah, he caught them with their hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
For sure.
1, and here comes 2.
Yeah, there you go. So the play call here with the Trey left is you're going to go Slay. We talked about that earlier. They seen something. They really wanted to work Slay, right? So it's going to be a slant with the flat, right? That's your Slay concept. The Y is going to kind of climb across, right, on a little crosser. And then you're going to go X fade. You're looking for that back shoulder throw. I think that's Bo Melton or it might be Dobby. I think it's Dobbs, ain't it? Surely it's Dobbs. I hope that's Dobbs out there. And then you're going to go T safe where the running back's just going to stay in and block. All right. And again, you're going to end up hitting our boy Malik Heath in the second window of that slant of the Slay concept. Ball snapped. You see he looks at the fade, doesn't like what he's got there, comes back to Musgrave, doesn't have it, and he's going to wait for that second window for Malik Heath. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch by Heath. Tim, you're selling me on Malik Heath potentially being the boundary X if Romeo wasn't here.
Your favorite player's favorite player right there. That's Malik Heath. He's a dog. I love it. I absolutely love it.
The placement of this ball was like, whoop, beautiful. Allows him to shield his body or shield the ball with his body. There you go.
You're right about Jordan not liking that fade too to roam up top because he was engaged. So it's a good way to look that off and
he knew it was a free play, right? So it's like, you know what? Let's just try to work back to the other side. So
right.
Yep.
Boys, I'm sorry we went long. We went way long, but that was a lot to cover. You guys notice when we lose, typically got more plays because there's more to learn. You know what I mean? There's more to like, all right, what exactly happened? What went wrong? Rather than, all right, let's watch us boat race the Seahawks here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's more
right.
of a party on those. So, Emilio, let's get some party thoughts as we get ready to wrap up here, man. Anything stick out to you? Did you come away with anything like that was different than what you thought going in? And the answer may be no. For me, it was yes. I was really, really hard on Matt LaFleur, and then after watching it back, it's like
there were options.
Yeah,
he had outlets. There were options, and I think that's still something Jordan's kind of. We've seen games where he's taken the check down, gotten it out, dumped it out, good to go, move the chains. I think sometimes maybe he thinks need to do too much or something. I think he just kind of needs to let that go and going back, not happy with the defense. Watching it back, still not happy, but I do like what Hafley was calling in some instances. Sometimes I didn't love down and distance play calls, but I really wasn't completely upset. Like you said, the cover 6 caught him. I love having that in there. I love sprinkling it in. I think maybe we need to look at potentially just a dash of cover 2 man, but that's my only holdup when he runs that cover 1. It's you run the robber, and I like having that guy underneath, but we haven't given up explosive plays all season sort of thing. It's kind of like that intermediate. Maybe let them be a little aggressive up front with the man and shell it over the top and just see if that might not be an option. Not all the time, just have something to go to.
Yeah, I like that. Like you said, sprinkle it in, right? Just right. a little dash. Yep.
Yeah. Let's go rapid fire in the chat. Y'all haven't hit these that are marked, right?
No.
You've hit the super chat. Now we'll go real quick. Holmes MD1. It's the last night of 2024. Everyone is assembled. Is it possible for the show not to suck just once? You're asking way too much from this crew. Buddy Holmes MD1 also said AFAM isn't back from dance class yet. So there you go. Cody McDougal said just catching up on this morning's pod and Jacob talking about butt cheeks reminded me y'all were live. There you go.
You hurt me, Brett.
We hit one at the same time. Here's a new one. Here's a new drop for you guys. And shout out to Justin who does our graphics.
Don't put that name in my mouth right there.
Using that one for years to come, I promise you. Ron Samble says, interesting that Spoon talked to Cooper about blitzing, and he said if they thought he was blitzing, they rolled protection to him every time. That's when you getting that as a rookie.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Cody McDougal, thanks for what you guys do for this amazing fan base. Thank you for tuning in, Cody. You're the man. AFAM, Happy New Year's. AFAM. Is he telling himself Happy New Year's?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then he also went and
AFAM from AFAM.
He also went in to dove into a bag of hot Cheetos, and he's all happy now, so we're good.
I love AFAM. Joseph, Chalk Talk is what truly separates this pod from others. Love it. Hey, thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you, man. AFAM says, I can't stop thinking about Darnold as a Lego.
The Lego cop, right?
Yeah, the Lego
police officer.
And Joseph says, 1 to 10, where is love on a scale as a processor? I know where my score is. I've seen this before I marked it or before I clicked on it here. I want to know your all's answer before I sway you anyway. As a processor, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, I would imagine.
As far as like post snap, like reading,
just processing the information as you're going through the read. Yeah, that's the way I took it.
7.
7. All right, Emilio.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7 or an 8.
I was gonna say 6. So we're right there in the same ballpark. So we'll call it 7. We'll call it 7. That'd be right there in the middle, right? So
6.5.
Yeah, makes the right choice 70% of the time, I would say. There's a fluctuation there where bad choice takes a sack or wrong decision kind of thing.
And the reason he gets paid so much money is that arm talent, because there's some throws that he can make you go, whoa, other guys.
Yeah, that's right about there. 8, 7.
I like it. Yeah, 65%. Give it to us, Tim.
Oh, Greg Rice. Happy New Year.
65%.
65%. That's what we. All right. Ron Samble with the last one says, Bullard admitted that with limited reps in the slot coming back this week, he wasn't prepared at all to play safety. So
after coming back on injury, so limited reps, limited slot reps, and only slot reps.
Yep. I think that's the worst you'll see Bullard. I really do. That's kind of the floor, right? And he's going to grow from there, I believe. I'm excited about giving Evan Williams back, but also you got to think, man, when Evan Williams comes back, probably going to be some rust. You got to be prepared for that too. You really do. So, all right, guys, that's it. Again, the key statistics, week 17, Minnesota wins 27-25. Turnover differential was 1-1. Minnesota won the middle 8, 6-0. Minnesota had the explosive plays. It was 6-3. I was wrong. We actually had 3, not 2. So they won the explosive play battle 6-3. First down passing, we were 9 of 12 plus 1 sack. Our PTA offensive player of the game was Romeo Dobbs, and the defensive player of the game, surprise, surprise, was Edgerrin Cooper. He's an absolute.
You said Romeo Dobbs.
Rome.
You said the defensive player was Edgerrin Cooper.
There you go. I love it. All right. Special thanks. Shout out to Chris N for the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. And King Tron as well. I want to say there were some others too. We got to get better at not unchecking though, because I want to give shout out to those guys before we leave I think it was King Tron might have done multiple if I remember right. But anyway, Chris N, King Tron, thank you guys so much. What's that, Tim?
No, I was going to say we had a couple from when Jacob was on. They might have got lost in the mix.
Yeah. I just need to let him know because I've been telling him after we talk about stuff, uncheck it, but I need to make sure he knows, keep the super chats up. Because, again, I want you guys to know how much we appreciate you. It's hard-earned money. You guys are taking money out of your pocket and giving it to us, supporting this crazy little channel, and we want you to know that we appreciate it for sure. So, Tim, Emilio, thank y'all for hanging out. I know we went long. Happy New Year. Blessed to call you guys friends. And looking forward to this 2025, man. It's going to be an awesome year for sure.
PTA salute. Happy New Year.
Absolutely. PTA salute with the cheesecake bites. Look at these.
PTA salute.
Cheesecake in the middle of that.
Look, there's Emilio with the free advertising. There it is.
We needed that picture. Tim with his mug, me with the cheesecake. It's like you're talking about a personality picture. Right there it is, man. All right, we're out, guys. Appreciate y'all. Everybody, Happy New Year. Be safe if y'all plan on going out and celebrating. Obviously, if you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. You know what I mean? We'll talk to y'all later.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.